Do you need to know the difference between combinations and permutations, but you're not sure? Well, you've come to the right place. If you don't know me, I'm Professor Capko, and I help people just like you by making things like this simple. I'm going to make this super simple for you in today's video. But first, I want to say I believe something wonderful is going to happen for you very soon, so be on the lookout for it. And now, back to the video. All right, when we're talking about combinations and permutations, we're talking about when you've got a group of items and we want to know how many different ways can they be arranged. So, and I'm going to give you some examples of it, but the main difference is with a combination, the items can be arranged in any order. So in other words, order doesn't matter. Is another way of saying it. Order doesn't matter. So you can just, if you're just picking a certain number of people to be on your team, you've got 20 people to choose from and you got to choose 10, and it doesn't matter what order you choose them in. Well, then that would be a combination. So how many different combinations of people could you have? And we'll do some examples here in a moment. Whereas on the other hand, permutation would be a specific order is required. You've got a group of people maybe, and you're picking a president, a vice president, and a treasurer. And so it matters what order you pick them in, because the first person who gets chosen will be the president, the second one chosen will be the vice president, and the third one chosen will be the treasurer. Well, if you've got 20 people to choose from, in the order matters, then that's a permutation. So I'm going to write down order matters. Now I'm going to show you some examples on how to calculate these, and let's look at the first one. This says a local pizza parlor is running a special, a large 3-item pizza at a discounted price. You have a total of 10 toppings to choose from. How many different options of pizza can you order? All right, well, if you're not hungry yet, you should be hungry now. But first question, is this an example of a combination of or a permutation? Put it down in the comments if you know. Well, let's think about this. If you've got 10 items to choose from and you've got to choose 3 for your pizza, does it matter what order they are put on the pizza? Well, not really. Whether you put the sausage or the green peppers or the pepperoni on first, or if you put the pepperoni and then maybe black olives, and then you put on the pineapple. Oh, wait a minute. I think I've just triggered some of you. Is pineapple allowed on a pizza? Well, put it down in the comments if you think it is, or definitely let us know if you think it's not. So, but again, with a pizza, it doesn't matter what order the items are put on it, just as long as they're all there, right? That's all you care about. You don't care what order they're on. So this would be an example where the order doesn't matter. So we have a combination. So I'm going to circle combination. Now, we need to know how many different options of pizza can you order. I'm going to do this the easy way in this video. I'm going to use a calculator, but I will show you in a later video how to do it by hand, because you might be required to do it by hand. But today we're going to use a calculator, and this one I'm using the Casio, and I like it because it's got everything laid out pretty clearly. And I've got some example calculators if you need one that are listed in the comments, and you could pick one up. I've got an affiliate link there for you. All right, so I want to make sure that it is cleared out, and we're going to look for a button for combinations on a calculator. The button that we need is called NCR, and they write that like this, N, and then a big C, and then a little r, and that is the one that we're looking for. And how we know that that's right is the C would stand for combination. So you know the C is combination. N is the total number to choose from. And then finally, R is the number you can pick. So a lot of times it's said like this, N choose blank, right? Sometimes it's said that way. So in this case, we've got 10 items to choose from, so that's going to be our N. 10, choose 3. R is the 3, right? So it's going to be the 10 for the N, and 3 is our number we choose. So it's 10, choose 3. Let's enter that in the calculator. I need to first choose 10. So I'm going to put the 10. I put that number in first. So I put the 10 in, and then I've got to choose this NCR button. The way to choose it is we know that it's the shift button because it's the same color. So I have to hit shift, and then I hit the NCR button, and that gives me the C. So I know I'm choosing a combination. And then the last number I put in is the number that we can choose. In this case, we can choose 3 toppings for the special. So 10C3, and then I just hit the equal button, and that gives me 120. So there's 120 different pizzas that I could order using 10 combos, 10 toppings, and 3 items to choose from. That's a lot of pizza. And I love pizza, so that sounds pretty good to me. If you're finding this helpful, I really appreciate those of you who are giving this video a thumbs up. And if you're finding this super helpful, please share it with others that could use this information. Now let's move on to the next one. In this one, we have 10 runners, and they're running in a race. There are 3 top prizes: gold, silver, and bronze. How many different ways can the 3 prizes be awarded? Speaking of gold, silver, and bronze, I do have a membership program. You can hit the join button down below and join as a member. And I've got special perks for those of you who are members, including members only videos. And there's also live chats with me. So if you want to participate in any of that, take a look at that membership program. But we've got gold, silver, and bronze. And because we can only award 1 gold and 1 silver and 1 bronze, and the first person who comes in gets the gold, and the second one gets the silver, and the third gets the bronze, what do we know? Well, first of all, we're knowing how many different ways can the 3 prizes be awarded. Is this a combination or a permutation? You're right, because order matters. In a race, order matters. This is permutation. So I'm going to circle that here. Now we're going to go ahead and calculate how many different ways that prize can be awarded. I'm going to, once again, use the calculator because it makes it a lot easier. And we are now looking for the button that's NPR, like that. And the P tells you it's a permutation. And again, N is the number to choose from, and the R is the number you choose. So once again, we have 10 runners, so we have 10 possible people who can win, and we have to choose 3 because there's a first, second, and third place. So again, we're going to use the same, and I'm purposely using the same numbers, the same number to choose from and the same number of choices, because I want you to see what it does to the number of options. So again, I make sure the calculator is cleared out. I put the first number in, that's the 10. And then I've got to do the NPR button. And that, of course, is, again, a shift. And I hit the NPR button, and it gives me a P, so I know I'm in the right mode. And then I choose my 3. So it's 10, choose 3. And I hit the equal button, and look at that. It gives me 720 possibilities. So it's much more complicated, and so it tells us there's 720 possibilities. So that's what I have for you today. That's the easy way to calculate combinations and permutations and to know the difference. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you.